Dear students, today we are going to discuss a new chapter from chemistry, that is acid, base and salt. First of all, we will study about acid. What do you mean by acid? These all three compounds, acid, base and salt, we used in our daily life. We are still using in our daily life for several purposes. Acid, just an example here. Let this be a beaker. In this beaker there is water, and this concept of acid is Arrhenius concept. There are three scientists, Arrhenius, Arrhenius concept. First concept of acid was given by Arrhenius. After that, another concept of acid definitions was given by Bronsted and Lowry. The Bronsted-Lowry concept there is, and last one there is Lewis concept. Lewis concept. At the moment we are going to discuss the Arrhenius concept. Now according to this Arrhenius, what do you mean by acid? It is very simple. When you add acid in water, this is water, universal solvent, let the acid be example HCl. Then when we put this HCl in water, then what will happen? This acid will dissociate into their respective ions, H plus and Cl minus. So many H plus and Cl minus ion will be formed. This H plus is hydrogen ion, or we can call it proton also. Why we called it proton? Because in H plus ion, in H plus, there is no electron there, no electron. There is only one proton in H plus, only one proton. That's why this H plus can be termed as proton. You know, in hydrogen there is one proton, no neutron, and one electron in hydrogen. One electron. And when this one electron will be lost, then what will happen? Remaining only one proton will be in case of hydrogen atom. So when electron will be lost, then this H will turn into H plus, and this H plus only termed as proton, or we can call it hydrogen ion. The first simple we can simply define this acid as acid is a compound. Acid is a compound, since there is hydrogen element and here is another what? Chlorine element. The acid is a hydrogen compound also, we can say, according to Arrhenius concept. Or simply we can say acid is a compound which gives off hydrogen ion or proton when dissolved in water. That means in aqueous solution, acid gives hydrogen ion, H plus ion, or you can call it proton when dissolved in water. In simply you can say acid is a proton donor. Acid is a proton donor. That means acid gives proton. Or you can say H plus. Now in simple definitions we can write about the acid. What do you mean by acid? Acid is a compound. Acid is a compound which gives off hydrogen ion, or proton, that means H plus only, when dissolved in water. When dissolved in water. That means simply you can represent in term of reaction also. Just taking example HCl. Now AQ means here what dear? Aqueous. What do you mean by AQ? AQUEOUS. That means in water. Now this HCl will break down into Cl, H plus and Cl minus ion. And this also will remain in AQ only, aqueous, that means in water only. Both ion will remain here only. Another example also we can take. Suppose HNO3, this will break down in aqueous solution in H plus and NO3 minus. This both will remain in water only, aqueous, aqueous. Other example also we can take CH3 COOH, that means acetic acid. This is now in aqueous. This will break down into CH3 COO minus plus H plus. In this way, this both will remain in AQ. Means acid is a compound which gives off which ion? Hydrogen ion, or you can say proton when dissolved in water. Hope definition of acid is quite clear to you. Now after that, another matter that we are going to discuss under acid is types of acid. Now we are going to discuss types of acid. What are the types of acid? Now we are going to discuss types of acid. Types of acid. Now we are going to discuss two types of acid, type 1 and type 2. One is on the basis of chemical nature and another is on the basis of strength. On the basis of strength, there are two types of acid, strong acid and weak acid. On the basis of chemical nature, there are again two types of acid. One is related to on the basis of chemical nature, dear. It is very easy. Chemical nature. One is organic acid, another is inorganic acid. Inorganic acid. The first we are going to discuss on the basis of chemical nature. On the basis of chemical nature. On the basis of chemical nature, there are two types of acid. Two types of acid. Given below, one is organic acid, another is inorganic acid. Now, organic acid and inorganic acid. Matter is very simple. Organic acid, such type of acid which are obtained from living organisms. Living organisms, either plants or animals, doesn't matter. But obtained from living organisms, those are organic acid. And the acids which are obtained from minerals are inorganic acid. Example, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, all these are inorganic acid. And related to organic, I will give you more information related to it. First of all, about organic acid we are going to study. What do you mean by organic acid? Organic acid. Organic acid. Now dear, organic acid, such type of acid which are obtained from living organism. Such type of acid which is obtained from living organism. Living organism is called organic acid. Example of organic acid like malic acid found in apple, malic acid, acetic acid found in vinegar, acetic acid, tannic acid found in tea, tannic acid, methanoic acid or formic acid found in sting of ant or bees, sting of ant or bees, that means biting organ of ant or bees, etc. These all are organic acid. I am going to make one table, short table, which gives you information about the sources of that organic acid along with in which organism it is found. It is found, organic acid. Sources and which type of organic acid are found related to it. A table here is organic acid and sources where they are found. One number, malic acid, as I have said earlier. Where is the malic acid found? Malic acid is found in apple. Very easy. 2 number, lactic acid. Where is the lactic acid found? Lactic acid is found in sour milk. Sour milk. Third number. After that, tannic acid. Tannic acid is found in tea. Tannic acid is found in tea. In the same way, another is ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid. Where is the ascorbic acid found? Amala. Amala. 5 number, citric acid. Citric acid. It is found in lemon, orange, grapes, green mangoes, etc. Green mangoes, etc. Now another is 6 number, amino acid. Amino acid. Amino acid is found in proteins. Amino acid is found in proteins. 7 number, acetic acid. ACETIC. Acetic acid. Acetic acid is found in VINEGAR. 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 Okay, all these are organic acids, and about their sources some are discussed here. Malic acid, lactic acid, tannic acid, ascorbic acid, citric acid, amino acid, acetic acid. All these are few examples of organic acid with their sources. About organic acid, you know, organic acid means the acid which are found in living organisms. Very clear? Now, these are the sources. From here you can understand these are the living organisms. Now I am going to discuss about inorganic acid. Inorganic acid. Little bit study about inorganic acid. What do you mean by inorganic acid? Inorganic acid. Now the acid which is obtained from minerals. The acid which is obtained from where, dear? Minerals. Acid which is obtained from minerals, that is called inorganic acid. And few examples of inorganic acid like HCl, this is hydrochloric acid. HNO3, nitric acid, this is hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid. This is nitric acid. Nitric acid. H2SO4, sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid. This sulfuric acid is also called king of chemical. This is also called what? King of chemical. King of chemical. Okay, these are few acids. Which one? Inorganic acid, which are obtained from where? Minerals. So these are inorganic acid. Now usually organic acids are, dear, weak in nature. Weak in strength, you can understand. Inorganic acids are strong, acts as a strong electrolyte, but this organic acid acts as weak electrolyte. About the electrolyte also, you know that whatever strength does this organic acid carry and whatever strength does this inorganic acid carry. After studying this matter, let's move towards another one topic that we are going to discuss after this organic and inorganic, about type 2 of acid. That is, one is strong acid, another is weak acid. Now we are going to discuss about that. Strong acid and weak acid. That is on the basis of strength. On the basis of strength. On the basis of strength. There are two types of acid. There are two types of acid. This is on the basis of what, dear? Strength. One is strong acid. Strong acid. Another is weak acid. Weak acid. Now what do you mean by this strong acid? Strong acid, this is such type of acid which gives more hydrogen ion. More hydrogen ion. Suppose here I put HCl only. Earlier we have discussed about this thing. Here is water. Now if I put HCl in the water, then there is complete dissociation of this HCl, that means hydrochloric acid. There is complete dissociation of HCl. So many H plus ion will be, so many Cl minus ion will be. The strong acid means such type of acid which gives more hydrogen ion. This here will be more hydrogen ion, H plus ion, when dissolved in water. And in case of weak acid, there will be less hydrogen ion. If there is less hydrogen ion when dissolved in water, that acid we call weak acid. But if the acid gives more hydrogen ion when dissolved in water, those acids are simply called strong acids. That we should know. Now, few example of strong acid and weak acid, if we know, then we can understand what do you mean by strong acid and weak acid further. That matter will be quite clear. Strong acid, HCl, H2SO4, HNO3, nitric acid, etc. These all are strong acid. Means this acid when we dissolve in water, it gives more hydrogen ion. It gives more hydrogen ion, that means proton. This also in the same way, this also gives more hydrogen ion. But there are certain acids, weak acid means already I had told that organic acids are weak acid. Means organic acid gives less hydrogen ion when dissolved in water. Just take example, suppose this is acetic acid. Another also we can take, this is formic acid. Another example also we can take oxalic acid, COH. Oxalic acid is found in tomato. In tomato you will get oxalic acid. Now COH, this is oxalic acid. These acids gives less hydrogen ion when dissolved in water. That's why they are called weak acid. And organic acids are weak acid. But inorganic acids are usually strong acid. Inorganic acids are usually strong acid. But there is also exception like carbonic acid. Carbonic acid. It is inorganic acid, H2CO3. This is carbonic acid, CARBONIC, carbonic acid. There is presence of carbon. Just one technique you can understand. If there is carbon, carbon kamzor. That means what here? If there is carbon, then that acid will be weak acid. Carbon, if there is presence of carbon, then that acid will be what here? Weak acid. And if there is absence of carbon, then that is strong acid. The weak acid contain carbon, but strong acid lacks carbon. That you must understand. Okay, these are the matter of organic and inorganic acid. And as I have told earlier, strong acid, since it gives more hydrogen ion, that's why it acts as strong electrolyte. And weak acid, it gives less hydrogen ion, that's why it acts as weak electrolyte. Okay, but one thing more get clear, that strong acid gives more hydrogen ion. Why? Strong acid gives more hydrogen ion. Again, try to understand this thing. Strong acid, that means gives more hydrogen ion when dissolved in water. When dissolved in water. But why this gives more hydrogen ion when dissolved in water? It gives more hydrogen ion due to complete dissociation. This acid get complete dissociation. This acid get complete dissociation in water. Means when we put this acid, suppose H2SO4, here is beaker, we can take, here is water, and if you put H2SO4, 5 molecules, suppose there is, then all those 5 molecules will be dissociated. 5 2s are 10 hydrogen become, then there will be 10 hydrogen dissociation. 5 hydrogen again, 5 hydrogen again. There will be, all these hydrogen will be dissociated into their respective ions. Due to complete dissociation in water, it gives more hydrogen ion. But if there is partial instead of complete, if there is partial dissociation in water, partial dissociation of any acid in water, then that acid will be weak acid. Try to understand in differences, we can also understand that weak acid There is partial means not complete. In fraction you can understand there is partial dissociation, but in strong acid there is complete dissociation. But example already I have put. Okay, these are the matter related to types of acid. Now about the physical properties of acid we are going to study. Physical properties of acid. What are the physical properties of acid? After that, chemical properties of acid, and finally uses of acid. Up to that much we should study about physical properties of acid. Physical properties of acid. Now related to this one, physical properties of acid. First of all, generally acids are sour in taste. Generally acids are sour in taste. Amilo हुन्छ. Generally acids are sour in taste. This is general concept. Two number, you must understand in terms of figure. Let's understand this matter. Here are three test tube. Let it be. In first test tube there is acid. In second test tube also the same way we will put here acid. Third test tube also in the same way we will put acid. Now three indicators we will use here. Indicator. At the moment just understand indicator means what? It is a substance which helps to indicate, from indicator, indicate either that substance is acid or base or salt, or you can call it, or any neutral substances. Again, try to understand at the moment. I will teach you separately what is this indicator. But at the moment, acid, base or salt or any neutral substance can be detected by the help of a standard substance that we called it indicator. There is simple type of indicator and there is universal indicator also. Now three acid we have taken in test tube. Just understand this at the moment. And if you put here litmus paper, let this be blue litmus paper, blue litmus paper, and if that weight, little bit make it weight. Now if weight blue litmus paper is inserted inside the acid, then this weight blue litmus paper will turns into red. This indicates that there is acid in this test tube. Now if you put the methyl orange, in this acid, then this methyl orange will also turn into red. This clarifies that there is acid. Another one at last, if you put phenolphthalein, PHENOL, PHTHALEIN. If you put the phenolphthalein in the acid, then it remains colorless. That means there is no change in color of phenolphthalein. This indicates that there is acid. If you put blue litmus paper, if it turns to red, we can know that there is acid. And if you put the methyl orange, if it turns also into red, then there is acid. And phenolphthalein, if you put it remains colorless, then there is acid, we can understand. These are the physical properties of acid. Now about the chemical properties of acid, now we are going to study chemical properties of acid. Chemical properties of acid. Now what are the chemical properties of acid? Under these chemical properties, we will study the reaction. One number, reaction with base. Reaction with base. When acid reacts with base, then product what will be there? Salt and water. You should understand. When acid reacts with base, then product will be salt and water. Just take example. Suppose HCl, acid it is. Base take NaOH, sodium hydroxide. In base there is hydroxyl ion always. When it reacts, then there is positive part, there is negative part. This is cation is positive part, anion is negative part. Here also cation positive part, anion negative part. Positive part react with negative part, again this negative part react with positive part. Now NaCl become along with HOH means that is H2O. Here see HOH means how many H? 2H, H2O. This is salt and H2O is water. This is which type of salt? Sodium chloride, which is used in our daily life. This is sodium hydroxide base, which is used for making the soap also. Now HCl, hydrochloric acid, acts as a bleaching agent. HCl. There is so many uses of all these compound. We will study one by one. The first is reaction with base. So many examples we can take. Just this is a simple example that when acid react with base, then product will be salt and water. Another reaction now we are going to study of this acid only. Second is reaction with metallic carbonate. Reaction with metallic carbonate and bicarbonate. Reaction with metallic carbonate and bicarbonate. Then what will happen when acid react with metallic carbonate and bicarbonate? Just take example any. Suppose this is CaCO3, metallic carbonate, and when acid react with this, now acid, if there is dilute one or concentrated, that matters. Here we are using dilute. That means solute is less comparatively in comparison to solvent. Now what will be? Positive part react with negative part and negative part react with positive part. Then CaCl2 along with water, and which gas will be liberated? Carbon dioxide. This arrow is of gaseous product or lighter product it indicates. Calcium chloride, now try to balance, put here 2 hydrogen, 2 chlorine, 2 hydrogen. Okay, this is metallic carbonate, calcium carbonate, calcium is metal, metallic carbonate. And when acid, this is acid, reaction of acid with metallic carbonate. Now instead of metallic carbonate we can take bicarbonate also. If you take here HCO3 whole 2, then here this becomes CaHCO3 whole 2, then this will be calcium bicarbonate, and this react with this only, product will be same, balancing we can do. That's why reaction with metallic carbonate or bicarbonate, it results salt, there is water, there is carbon dioxide gas, there is liberation of it. Third number is reaction with sulfite or bisulfite. Reaction with sulfite or bisulfite. Reaction with sulfite or bisulfite. Now take example here, CaSO3. This is calcium sulfite. Now when acid react, let it be HCl. Then what will be product? CaCl2 along with H2O, and which gas will be liberated? Sulfur dioxide. Here is carbon dioxide liberated, and when reaction of acid with sulfite or bisulfite, then there is liberation of sulfur dioxide gas, sulfur SULPHUR dioxide, sulfur dioxide. And if you want to take bisulfite, then CaHSO3 whole 2, product will be same, balancing we can do. If you put here 2, balancing will be in the same here 3 oxygen, 2 1 3, okay, balance. So these are the reactions of acid with other compounds. Somewhere we have taken base, somewhere we have metallic carbonate or bicarbonate, somewhere we have taken sulfite or bisulfite. These are the reactions of acid. Now little bit we are going to study about the uses of acid. Then we will end this acid chapter. Uses of acid. Now dear, first of all, this H2SO4, sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is used for making chemical fertilizer. It is also used to make explosives. Also. And it is used as laboratory reagent also. It is used mostly in lab, that's why it acts as laboratory agent. H2SO4. Now another acid, one use HCl. It acts as bleaching agent, means changing color. Bleaching means changing the color one. Hydrochloric acid. It also acts as laboratory reagent. Hydrochloric acid. Third one, boric acid. Boric acid. It is used for the preservation of grains. Preservation of grains. Preservation of grains. Also, it is used for eye washing. Eye washing. Eye washing. If there is itching, then we can use the boric acid. 3 number. Another another also, there are so many acids and their usage. Fourth number, acetic acid. Acetic acid. It is used as vinegar. Vinegar, making the substance sour taste. 5 number, oxalic acid. Oxalic acid, it is used to remove ink stain. Ink को दाग हटाना. Ink stain from the clothes. Oxalic acid is used to remove ink stain from the clothes. So these are the some uses of some acids. First of all, H2SO4, HCl, nitric acid. Nitric acid also can be used for making the chemical fertilizer. It is used for making the chemical fertilizer, and it is also used for making other organic other compounds. Making other compounds, nitric acid. There are so many acids that we use in our daily life. And there is also ascorbic acid. Ascorbic, ASCORBIC, ascorbic acid. It is used in the treatment of scurvy. It is used in the treatment of scurvy. Means due to lack of vitamin C, a disease occurs, that is scurvy, and in order to treat scurvy, ascorbic acid can be used. These are the some uses of acids. In next video, I will come with base about their other extra informations. Till then, goodbye. Take care.